Konnichiwa. Today's daily devotional is for Tuesday, April the 14th, 2020, and it's called You May Have to Huff, but Take a Gamble Anyway. And I'm going to start with Leviticus 25:35. If your brother becomes poor and cannot maintain himself with you, you shall support him as though he were a stranger and a sojourner, and he shall live with you. Okay, I saw a documentary the other day on Billy Paul, a young singer slash civil rights activist, where these two famous songwriters, Gamble and Huff, said they used to sit in this cafe every day to discuss business, all right? And where Huff was always facing the door, so he can see who comes in and out. And so one day while Gamble was talking, Huff interrupted him and said, kind of nodded his head like to the door, like, don't look, but, don't let him see you. But I noticed that every day when we come in here, right after us at 6:30 exactly every day, that man comes in with that woman that I can tell that's not his wife. And she gets up after they sit down, and she goes right over to the jukebox and she plays the same song every day. And then when they leave, she goes her way and he goes his. And he said, I'm going to take a gamble and I'm going to write a song about them. Okay. All right. So they couldn't, think of the name of the woman. They wanted to put her name in the title, but they couldn't think of a name for her, so they had to go thumbing through the phone book, and they came across the name Jones. So they named her Mrs. Jones, okay? All right, and they gave the song to Billy to sing, who just so happened to be their close friend. And at the time, I have to mention, Billy was had been struggling. He was unknown singer. He was struggling, right? So they gave it to him because he had such a great voice, and he was such a good friend of theirs. So no one ever knew if the couple were actually cheaters, like if she was somebody else's husband, a wife, or he was somebody else's husband. Nobody ever knew that, okay? But for God's sake, I'm just going to say they were co-workers too, like Gamble and Huff. They were just having a business meal to close a deal, but the music was so loud that Huff couldn't make out a word they were saying, All right. So, and he went with what his imagination heard without interrupting. Okay. And for that, his partner Gamble and Billy were blessed with a massive #1 hit song, Me and Mrs. Jones. We got a thing going on, okay? Which happened to be Billy's biggest hit ever to date, and it catapulted him to, fame. He became a big superstar, okay? But sadly, after that, he and his wife got hooked on, they stopped their civil rights fight and they got hooked on drugs, together, but they both knew it was wrong to carry on that way. So he made, they found God, and with him fought the fight to get clean together and won. So he made a song dedicated to him called Thanks for Saving My Life, and started his civil rights fight back up again, and was still touring around the world singing, all of his old hits until he passed away in 2016 at the age of 80 years old. Okay. And I'm guessing his soul was saying, swing low, sweet chariot, come afford to carry me home. Okay. All right. So that brings me to 3 John 1:1-6. The elder to the beloved Gaius, whom I love in truth, Beloved, I pray that all may go well with you, and that you may be in good health, as it goes well with your soul. For I rejoiced greatly when the brothers came and testified to your truth, as indeed you are walking in the truth. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth. Beloved, it is a faithful thing you do in all your efforts for these brothers, strangers as they are, who testified to your love before the church. Okay, the other day I saw on Facebook where this lady had posted that someone knocked on her door and her daughter went to answer the door. Well, when she got there, no one was there. But she looked down on the ground on her porch. Somebody had left at least 50 bags filled with groceries. Okay, this woman was so overjoyed, of course, and she took pictures and video footage and posted on Facebook and said, "Who did this? Who did this? I want to thank you." You know, she was in tears. Okay, so it got so many likes and shares. Okay, so I said to her, a person that you have been a blessing to in a desperate time of need by listening and only giving loving, kind words without you even knowing it. That person is someone who was either already financially blessed more than you, or they became blessed since then and have been waiting on the opportunity to bless you. And God said the time is now. Okay, so with that said, people, we never know what an impact we may have on a person's life or who's watching us. Okay, you never know. Okay, so we could be someone's strength and greatest inspiration just by being ourselves. So just keep on being your loving, caring selves, okay, and listening with an open heart, and watch and see that God will have you too singing songs of praise one of these days. In other words, do as suggested in Hebrews 13:2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. All right, so before I give the daily, power thought, I just want to show you this picture. You know I love pictures. Okay, this is the picture right there. And it's got over 10,000 hits. Okay, because people are amazed at how loving someone could be. All right, anonymously. All right, power thought. Let them say what they want, but don't play games with their affection. Then let them take what they need to lead them in the right direction. Had to do a twist remix on Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson song. Love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah.